Welcome to Bad News with BadBlake. So today, it's gonna be a rant. It's gonna be a let's go in. Let's talk about what's going on in our government clown world. We shouldn't even call it government at this point. Just the circus. The circus that runs America currently has decided that they're all gonna gang up and say, let's deport Miss Ilhan Omar. Which, might I add, is a woman I've never actually heard it say anything educated nor anything I've agreed with ever. She's someone I personally would say I dislike being a part of our Congress, as I would say about majority of the women in Congress and majority of the men as well, sadly. Because it's not like we pick the smartest people to run our government. Obviously, look at our president. Mr. Joe Biden probably doesn't have the highest IQ in America by no means. So let's talk about Miss Ilhan Omar. So she recently said that as a Somalian American, that she doesn't want any part of the Somalian Sea to be taken from Somalia as long as she has a position of power here in America, which is hmm, sounds like a conflict of interest to the average American. I would say yes. So now all the other members of Congress have got together and decided, hey, let's deport her. Let's get her out of our country. And honestly, I like the idea. Matter of fact, it sounds like a swell idea. And along with deporting the Somalian American Miss Ilhan Omar, let's go ahead and deport all of the Israeli Americans as well. If you have a dual citizenship with Israel and you hold a position of power in Congress, that sounds like a conflict of interest to the average American. Yet, we don't care for some reason. Or majority of people don't care. We vote them in. So let's go in and let's talk about some of these people in positions of power here in America that are dual citizens and exactly how many of them are dual citizens. So I have the numbers here and we'll just read them off for a minute. Out of the people in our U.S. representatives, the House, 35 have dual citizenships with Israel, and 8 in our Senate have dual citizenships with Israel. So that sounds like a problem. Kind of like it wouldn't be hard to lobby and get money given to Israel. I don't know. Maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist. Maybe they don't actually care about Israel. They're just dual citizens and they're only going to care about America, right? But that's not how the world works. It's crazy. They all get rich as these countries go to war, and every bomb Israel drops, as I said before, has a price tag, and someone is getting paid for said bomb. Someone usually in America. So she, Miss Elon Omar, blah, 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 however you say her stupid name, she doesn't care about America, nor do these Israelis. They don't care about America, they care about Israel. And to me, as an American, why are we paying taxes for these people to use and do as they please with it? Kind of sounds ridiculous. Kind of sounds like, I don't know, treason. Sounds a little treasonous. Well, what about our Secretary of State? The U.S. Secretary of State, Mr. Anthony Blinken, well, he traveled to Israel at the beginning of this war and he said, I come to you not as an American, but as a Jewish faith holder. I come to you as a Jew. Not as an American, I come to you as a Jew. This is our U.S. Secretary of State. And if he can't go to anywhere in the world and say, I come to you as an American, then he shouldn't be the damn Secretary of State. It's pretty simple, honestly. It's not rocket science. It doesn't take a lot of thought. The fact is, if you're not an American and only concerned with putting America first, you should not hold any position of power here in our country. You should be disbanded and, as the Republicans have recommended, deported. I'm fine by that. So, yes, let's go ahead and deport Miss Ilhan Omar for her Somalian beliefs, as well as all the Israelis that hold positions of power in our country. Let's deport them all as well. So, the last thing I'm going to say is, why is it okay for them to be so hypocritical and conservatives will cheer this on? Didn't I say parties don't exist? Didn't I say these people don't care about Republicans and Democrats? That's not actually a thing. So now the conservatives will cheer on the deportation of Miss Ilhan Omar while majority of them are dual citizens. Hmm. Sounds like hypocrisy. If you ask me, doesn't make much sense. Doesn't seem like we should be paying taxes. Pretty sure 1776 was over a corrupt government similar to this. Which, that's just me. That's just my thought. Maybe these members of Congress and the Senate who are dual citizens of Israel, they just, I don't know, they're just getting rich as children are being killed for no reason. Or it's okay when our whole government decides they're pro Ukraine and they want to send all of our tax money there, right? Send it to the genocide committers of 2014, Ukraine, the neo Nazis. That was cool. Send all our tax money to Ukraine for years. Now, majority of men in Ukraine are dead, and our country has inflation. It's funny how this works. It's like any amount of research, any amount of googling, anything, you could see all of this, and yet majority of people go about their lives and say, "Oh well, who cares?" I don't know. I honestly am sick of it personally. But thank you. And I hope that everyone stays classy, and thank you for tuning in to Bad News with BadBlake.